So I just wanted to share with you something that I saw the other day, and I was glad to see Brazilian indigenous tribes are going to sue Jair Bolsonaro, the president of Brazil, over these incredibly racist remarks that he made about the indigenous people of Brazil. I mean, I can't believe that somebody could be called fit for public office that makes the kind of remarks that he makes about the people he's supposed to be governing in his own country. But there you go. It's truly astonishing. The far-right leader has been known to make several insensitive comments in the past, including many remarks targeting Brazil's indigenous people. The primary organization representing Brazil's 300 indigenous tribes issued a joint statement on Friday that threatened to sue far-right President Jair Bolsonaro over his crude comments. In particular, the Association of Indigenous Peoples slammed Bolsonaro over his recent remarks, claiming that the Brazilian tribes were, quote, evolving, end quote, and becoming more human. I mean, you couldn't make this up. Quote, "We need to put a stop to this perverse man," end quote, Sônia Guajajara, leader of the Association of Indigenous Peoples, wrote on Twitter. APIB will go to court against Jair Bolsonaro for the crime of racism, end quote. In Brazil, racism is a serious crime that can carry a sentence of up to 5 years. The controversial comments, the latest in a series of presidential outbursts on Brazil's tribes, came in a video posted on social media on Thursday. Quote, "The Indian has changed. He is evolving and becoming more and more a human being like us," end quote, Jair Bolsonaro said. Quote, "What we want is to integrate him into society so he can own his own land," end quote. APIB lawyer Eloy Terina said the organization was preparing to make its case before the Supreme Court, the only court that can judge a president. APIB also asked Brazil's public prosecutor to investigate Bolsonaro for the crime of racism. Bolsonaro has previously, they should also investigate him on the crime of ecocide too, the way he's allowing the Amazon rainforest there to just be completely destroyed by animal agriculture and so forth. Bolsonaro has previously said indigenous reserves are too large and his government wants to allow commercial mining and agriculture on these reservations. He has said the indigenous live in poverty like, quote, animals in zoos, end quote, and wants to assimilate them into Brazilian society and the economy. Tribal leaders decry this as planned ethnocide aimed at eliminating their cultures. A former army captain who was a congressman for 28 years before becoming president, Bolsonaro has a history of making racist, misogynist and homophobic statements. He once said on the floor of the lower house that Brazil should have followed Colonel George Armstrong Custer's example in dealing, quote, efficiently, end quote, with indigenous peoples in the United States. And that's why Jair Bolsonaro is the favorite of the US empire. And they also helped him get into office, as they do, meddling in Latin American countries in their imperialist endeavors. Brazil has some 850,000 indigenous people, most of whom live on reservations that account for 12% of the national territory in Latin America's largest country. Bolsonaro has said he will not approve, quote, a single centimetre, end quote, more of indigenous land claims, and has suggested that some of the larger reservations could have their boundaries reviewed. Environmentalists warn that these moves to assimilate indigenous peoples could speed up deforestation in the Amazon, where the reservations are considered effective means of preserving the forest. Indigenous leaders meeting in Xingu Reservation last week issued a rallying call to protect the Amazon rainforest and its indigenous people from the, quote, genocide, ethnocide and ecocide, end quote, they accused Bolsonaro of planning.
Estão aqui para discutir sobre nosso direito à terra, direito à saúde, direito a ser índio, que está sendo ameaçado. luta não acaba. Enquanto nós estivermos vivos, nós vamos lutar para preservar essa cultura, esse costume muito bonito que eu vi hoje aqui.
That's the state of affairs in Brazil, and as you know, of course, Glenn Greenwald, the Jair Bolsonaro is trying to get him on the same charges that Julian Assange, the US is trying to get Julian Assange on, and Glenn Greenwald is a journalist at The Intercept and has done some very good work. So, you know, he's a fascist, this Jair Bolsonaro, and it's very, very sad what he's doing to Indigenous people. Anyway, you can help end the destruction of the Amazon rainforest by going vegan, since animal agriculture is one of the greatest drivers of destruction in the Amazon rainforest. For many, many years, I've known about the 1 acre every minute of Amazon rainforest is cleared for animal agriculture and soy to feed animals in animal feedlots all over the world. Now it's 2.5 acres of Amazon rainforest is cleared for animal agriculture and soy to feed animals in feedlots all over the world. And the reason that's happening is because we're not vegan. Also, you can consider that the animal agriculture is the greatest driver, one of the greatest drivers of the climate crisis. And I'll show you those 2 memes that I like to show, the largest scientific study to date. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Trish Roberts. You're watching Faint Signals from Vega. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Check the notifications bell, otherwise you won't receive notifications when I drop a video. Please click the like button if you like the content, and I always welcome your comments. So thanks for watching. Till next time. Bye for now.